I am Brian.
I'm Carolyn, and this is Cooperstown, North Dakota. Behind us is actually the last and only nuclear launch site that's open to the public. During the Cold War arms race between the United States and the USSR, there was actually 1,000 nuclear missiles put into the ground, and the building behind us was top secret and could launch up to 10 missiles at one time, which is pretty incredible. You're in the middle of nowhere. Driving here is like you're in the middle of nowhere. But we're excited. We're going to do a tour. We get to go down into the bunker and also learn about how the people who worked here lived. And then after that, we're going to head to Fargo.
Sounds good.
All right.
This site was deactivated July 17th, 1997. They were all deactivated by 1998.
Don't you think it's interesting?
There's an ashtray built right into the foosball table. They could smoke anywhere here, except in the security bedrooms because of the ammunition, and outside by the air vents and gas pumps.
The ashtray's a highlight.
So why were they so secretive about the fact that they were here? Because I mean, obviously you could
Everybody
see from
knew.
the road. Yeah.
Everybody knew.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of local people helped build these.
Yes, yeah.
They would do one piece of work here, they'd go to the next site, they would do that same thing. Nobody saw the construction from beginning to end. They could play games on the computer. A couple I've heard talked about were Pong and Oregon Trail. Got the dish system right before the Super Bowl one year so they could watch the game. And a security person, former security person, told me this story. He was not involved, but it was Super Bowl Sunday. Everybody was sitting around watching the game. They had a very religious FM. He came out of his office, turned off the game, and told them it was time to pray. Security guys took him out and chained him to the front gate. The person telling me the story did not know how cold it was or how long they'd left him out. So that was probably a one-time deal for him. These were frozen, ordered by number, and then heated in a convection oven. For security purposes, all foil packs were made at the F.E. Warren base out near Cheyenne, Wyoming, and then trucked to the different wings. The chefs at these sites did the inventory and the ordering.
So they didn't actually cook the food here, they just warmed it up for you.
Well, some were very good cooks. They would get a shipment about once a week. Along with the foil packs came fresh foods. Some of these cooks were accommodating, friendly. They were morale boosters for the rest of the personnel here. They did a lot of home-style cooking. Some were grouchy about all they would do for the personnel is heat up a foil pack.
It's weird that it's like not that long ago.
Yeah, it's not that long ago.
It feels like it's really long ago, but it's
only less than 30 years ago.
yeah. I mean, that's what's weird about it.
Yeah.
All we're doing is looking at rooms.
They signed the ball on their It's in-home capsules. All the equipment is bolted down to the floor. You'll see there's space between the floor and the wall all the way around. And then there's one of these green shock isolators in each corner of the floor. So two back there and two here. The floor is suspended, and they're bent pits. They could have swiveled around to help push all of the equipment from the last time, they wrote the date and time, the names, the bottom line in Latin reads, in the Eagle's care. There was also a deactivation team here. They've signed inside. So be sure and duck when you're headed through the tunnel. It's only 5 feet clearance. Once. Two columns, the LFA stood for last final alert. And pulling an alert simply meant serving a shift in the capsule. Shifts were 24 hours. Only things that may have survived were the capsules, so missileers were trapped. They had food, water, and battery backup under the floor. They had the air that was in here. That would have given out first. I have no idea how long that would have lasted. Had they gained access above ground, nothing up there but pollution anyway. So probably wouldn't have supported life. It was probably placed there more as a psychological reassurance they had a way out. So that's the deal with that station. This was manned 24/7 for 32 years. They had to keep an eye on the 2 panels of lights, this paper printout. First thing they did when they came on duty, they would run a lot of tests just to make sure all of the systems were working. But what they wanted to see on the panels was the top row lit up green. That was called clean and green, and everything was fine at the sites. Biggest culprits were rabbits, raccoons, and ground squirrels. The first team to turn their keys in unison would have sent the first boat to launch. The second team would have sent the second boat to launch. The second vote triggered the final countdown. Missileers would never have known who actually launched the missiles. They did not know the destination of their warheads. All done by code. Backup system for everything. Had there been hits in the area that wiped out 4 of the 5 sites, the site that was left could have turned keys to send that first vote. The Looking Glass plane was in the air 24/7 back then that could have sent the second vote to launch. Had all 5 sites on the ground been demolished, the plane could have launched the missiles. The planes could never take precedence over manned sites on the ground. Very high stress, high turnover job. Was supposed to be 4 years. A lot of them didn't make it that long. About 20 former missileers gather out here for a reunion. One of them was Robert Palmer, and he painted this final mural back in 1986. He worked as a deputy down here. Oscar the Grouch represents the deputy with 1 silver bar as a first lieutenant. Eagle represents the commander of the team as a captain with the 2 bars.
All right, we're back in the bus. The tour is over. We started off with about a 22-minute video, which it was an interesting video if you didn't know much about the Cold War. It probably could have been about a 15-minute video.
They should cut it down to 10 minutes. It was like, they got to cut that in half. And I like the lady who did our tour was really nice. And I liked her. She was like a local lady. Yep. She did a great job. She's obviously met a lot of people who've worked here in the past, and they've given her more like stories and antidotes and things like that. I liked that we got her. I thought she was great. She did a really good job. The tour itself also needs to be cut down by like 15-20 minutes. Yeah, it's just a hair too long, and I feel like they talk too much about like the electricity and like random stuff, like the infrastructure of the building, but like to the point where it's like really specific versus just kind of like broad brushstroke. So I mean, it was interesting. It was cool to see. I'm glad we saw it. Sam was bored out of her mind. This is not a tour for kids or teenagers. Like, she just had no reference point. You know, it was not a tour for her. All right, let's head on down the road, Ryan. Jeez. So I had to say one other thing about the tour is that tour, I looked it up online because I was scared maybe I was wrong. It was supposed to be 1 hour long. It went on for 2 hours. We were there. It's too long. Too long. And the other thing, too, I looked up is that North Dakota is the least visited U.S. state. And wait a minute, what? And that was listed as like the top 3 things to do the tour we did.
Yeah.
The first one is the national park. It's Roosevelt National Park. It didn't make sense for us to go because it's on the west side of the state. But yeah.
So we're gonna go to Sam.
So far, yeah. So Sam really endured a torturous experience this afternoon. So she deserves a burger. She's a burger girl. I found the best burgers in Fargo, and it's called, what's it called? Sickies Garage Burgers and Brews. Let's do it. Oh, this is cool. They have like oil.
Yeah.
So Sam was saying that they have like all different unique burgers, right, Sam?
Yeah, the shapes of it.
Yeah, this is disgusting. This I know this isn't unique to this time, 'cause I've heard about the glazed donut bun.
I know.
That's disgusting.
That's
Too much. The menu's extensive.
This is what I was looking at.
Yeah. This is nice too. They have this like little lunch, and we just made it under the wire. We're here at like 2:30, so we're gonna get just the burger basket.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
That burger looks good.
The bun looks different.
The fries are good. You want to fry?
No, I'm okay.
You want to try? Oh yeah, the buns are
They're like
Kaiser roll buns. Kind of. Let me get in on it. It's a really good burger. The meat is like flavored great. It's good. Listen, if you're in Fargo, I'm going to tell you right now.
right.
Sickies, the Sickies Garage, Burgers and Brews. You got to do it. The burgers were awesome. They got like that charcoal flavor. They were juicy. The buns were good. Awesome.
Sam said it's one of her top burgers. She's not her top, but in the top.
Yeah.
Brian said it's in his top 10.
Definitely.
And he's had a lot more burgers.
Yeah. It was
Sam's
awesome.
in the top 10. Yeah, definitely worth a stop. So join us on this adventure. We're going to be visiting all of the lower 48 states while full-time living in this bus. Like, subscribe. Videos will come out every Wednesday and Saturday. All right, Brian, you got a half bathroom. Can we just go to the bathroom first? Okay. All right, so Fargo, North Dakota was made kind of infamous from the 1990 indie film Fargo, which has got to be my top 10.
Oh yeah, it's an awesome movie.
So what's cool is they have the wood chipper here from the movie that you can kind of pose and do pictures with, but online, allegedly, if you go into the visitor center, they'll give you like little props to do with the picture. So we're gonna take our picture and then move on down the road, I think.
Yep.
All right, Sam's picking the cutest one
What
for
if there's
herself.
like lice in here?
There's no lice in there.
No, you're always the one.
All right, you got it?
All right.
All right, do we just want to do it on this one?
Yes.
And then, yeah. So they have a second one in
In fact,
here.
he's probably trying to get this Fargo back there.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
Are hats even related to the movie?
Yes, you betcha. Sam has hers.
How are we gonna do it so you can see?
Okay,
it?
here.
I'm gonna hold it here. Hold it.
Well, Sam can hold it actually. Here, Sam.
Oh yeah, Samuel.
Do you want to get the foot in?
Yeah. Ready to get the foot?
Nice. Like.
Subscribe.
See you down the road.
The real wood chipper from the movie is just a few steps away inside. So we did do the real one. So this is just a fake one. So don't do this one. Do the one inside.
Can I sit in it?
I don't think you can sit in there. All right, let's get going. We gotta make our way back to Minnesota.